Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. We've had a garden in now for 3 months, and these are 6 things that we have learnt as first time gardeners having a garden in the subtropics. So in no particular order, here is number 1, and that is having raised beds. So when we first started, I was like, just throw something in the ground. That doesn't normally work. We realised the weeds came in, they grow nuts here, so they just came in and covered everything. We quickly figured out that we need to heap the beds up and put some water channels along the side. The weather here can go either way. It can be extremely hot for a couple of weeks and then pour down with rain for a week. Lately we've had heaps and heaps of rain. It's a good thing and a bad thing. Our water tanks are full, awesome, but it means that the ground gets saturated, so we need to put channels in to run the water off. Hence having a raised bed. Alright, number 2. We started off putting seeds straight into the ground, but we realised rather quickly that we didn't have a lot of control over them. It was too hot, too wet, that sort of thing. So raising seedlings was the way to go. Putting them in little pots and getting them to grow and then placing them in the ground seemed to work really well for us. Got some lovely zinnias here and beans, awesome. So I touched on it on number 1, but this is number 3, and it is soil prep. When we came here, the ground was pretty crap. Well, we had no idea what was in it, so we had to make these beds, put some good compost in there, fertilizer in there. One of the things I did that I learnt from was I wanted to put a cover crop on, but instead I just grabbed some grass that we'd cut, threw it on top, and it must have had some sort of bugs or whatever it was in there, and basically ate everything that we had planted in the ground. So I had to learn from that, pull it all up and plant again. And that worked out fine. It's okay, it's just something that you learn. So yeah, it's very important. Make sure that you prep the ground. So number 4 is trellises. And this poor bean here got put on a trellis which was way too small for it, and just grew all over it. So we need to build bigger trellises. It's very important for your plants to be able to stand on it. These ones also were blown over in the wind because we didn't bang them in the ground hard enough, so we had to pick everything up, and fortunately they all grew again. Beans are great, some great beans on this, pretty cool. So what we've learnt from that is to build a bigger trellis for our cucamelons. So this is our cucamelon trellis. It's a lot more sturdier, it's banged into the ground properly. The cucamelons can't really see at the moment, they're tiny little plants at the bottom, but big difference compared to what our beans look like. So learning as you go, but quite important to have a good sturdy trellis. Alright, so number 5 is a big thing, which is timing. So when we came here, we didn't really get anything in the ground until August because we had to prepare the ground. There was nothing here at all. In the subtropics where we are, things get pretty hot, and there are definitely winter crops to put in. Not that we get frost at all, but things grow better in winter, like potatoes, root vegetables, tomatoes obviously. But we just put everything in the ground, got it all up and going, and we managed to get a good 20 something kilos of potatoes out. And obviously that was just a sample crop of potatoes because we wanted to see which variety works, so it was a good little experiment. But next time, yes, figure out the timing first. Next year we'll have a lot better crops going in. So number 6, and this is quite a big thing actually, is staggering your plants out so you don't get all your produce all at once. We have had so much food come off here already, which is fantastic. But we're going to be just staggering, so small amounts of tomatoes, small amounts of beans, small amounts of zucchinis. Pumpkins are going to be amazing once they start coming up. We have so many in the ground. Yeah, so just doing that is a pretty good thing in the subtropics because we pretty much can grow all things all year round. There are obviously winter crops. I touched on that before, but generally you can just grow everything all year round here. It's really great. We don't have frost here at all. Check out this sunflower. There are sunflowers coming all the way up the stem. It's going to be quite amazing, that one, when it comes up. So this is a little bonus one that we're going to throw in. It's just number 7, and it's actually really important, and that is to try things out. We're always learning in the garden. There's always something to do, something that you've seen that you've gone, oh, that looks really cool. How do they do that? I want to try it. Well, we saw something on the internet a while ago about a chap who was planting carrots in egg containers and egg cartons, and he was doing them individually. It looked really good. He had hundreds of them planted out, so I thought, let's do that too. And we planted hundreds out. They all failed, but it was an experiment that we wanted to try. It could have been just where we were. I think he was in England, we're in Australia in the subtropics, a little bit different. But we have one carrot, our only one carrot that actually came up. It's been growing, but I think it's time to come out. You can still see the egg cartons down the bottom here. They've sort of rotted in. I mean, the idea is fantastic if it works, but it didn't work for us. But here we go. No big expectations here. And there's our little carrot. Awesome. Well, we'll make a little carrot cake today. Well, thanks for watching. I'll get on and make my little carrot cake. But subscribe if you want to. Yeah, it'll be awesome. It'll be cool. Always good to get new subscribers. See you next time.